Okay, so we are here week 16. 2 more weeks. Well, I guess 3 weeks, but 2 more weeks after this week, after Christmas. 2 weeks of regular season football. That means half of the teams in the NFL are going to be on a permanent bye until September. And then we go on the playoffs, and everyone's going to get eliminated week by week until... Oh God. Can you imagine if the Browns or the Vikings win the Super Bowl? That's going to kill me. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. So, God, I'm this week is just freaking me out because you can see it down towards the bottom. We'll get to my game a little later today, or a little later in the video, but I'm nervous as hell, and I got to be logical. I'm not going to be here biased. I'm going to be logical, and yeah, we'll get to it. So, first off, Thursday night football, what is that, like 4 days before Christmas or whatever? Yeah, 3 days, 4 days before Christmas, depending on, whatever, because it's Thursday night. Jags face the Jets. I'm going to pick the Jags to upset. I am. I know, they just lost to the Lions. The Jets just lost to the Lions. And the Jags just upset the Cowboys at home. But, now you have to go on the road. But something's just telling me that the Jags are going to make the playoffs. And I don't know why, but I trust that feeling. And in order to do that, you have to win your division. And you have to I don't think you need to win out necessarily, especially if Houston can upset Tennessee. But you want to really win a bunch of these games here at the end of the season here with 3 weeks to go. I think they have to play Tennessee one more time. I think I don't know the schedule off the top of my head, but I got to start winning. So I'm gonna pick the Jags to upset. Jets will find their way into the playoffs. But it's going to be coming off of a loss to the Jags, and they're going to have to figure out how to get back in. And they might need help. I don't know the playoff picture right now. What happens if the Jets lose? Will they need help or not? I don't know. We'll find out after week 16's over with. But yeah, Jags are, in my opinion, are going to upset. So then we move on to Saturday games. So a bulk of the games are here on Saturday. I believe... I think Philly and Dallas kicks off. No, does the Raiders and Pittsburgh kick off Sunday? I forget there's 3 or 4 games. I think there's 4 games. I think it's Raiders, Steelers, Packers, Dolphins, Broncos, Rams, and I think the night game is Tampa and Cardinals, I think is what it is. So, okay, I think Philly and Dallas is the night game. So, anyway, Baltimore's going to win. They're struggling right now, but I think they should be able to win against the Falcons, who are just not that good. Detroit, Carolina. Detroit should win. It's Carolina. Seattle, Kansas City. I think this game will be interesting. I think Seattle's going to give them a fight, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win at home. Especially coming off of that almost loss to the Texans, this past weekend. I think they're going to really focus up and be like, hey, did you see how bad we were? We got to fix that before the playoffs. The playoffs are in 3 weeks. 4 weeks, sorry, 4 weeks. 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 4 weeks. Yeah. Had to do some mental math real quick. So yeah, I think they're going to bounce back and really show up at home against the Texans. Then, New Orleans heads to Cleveland. I'm going to pick Cleveland to win, even though New Orleans still has a shot to win the division, but they got swept by Tampa, so it's not that big of a shot, if we're being honest. So, yeah, Cleveland will win. I'm going to pick Tennessee to win. This screams trap game. This screams Houston's going to win 100%. It feels like that to me. It just feels like it's a trap game for Tennessee. And again, I have this feeling the Jags are going to make the playoffs, and, something like that happens, Houston has to win. You need Tennessee to kind of slip a little bit more. I think they have to lose at least one more game, I think. So this screams, hey, Texans put up a fight last couple of weeks against opponents, and I think that they can, upset. I'm going to pick Tennessee, but do not be amazed when the Texans upset because this screams trap game. So Cincinnati heads to New England. I think Cincinnati's going to win. New England is going to put up a hell of a fight, especially after that embarrassment last week. But I think Cincinnati's just too high powered to, really fall to New England right now, especially because New England's offense isn't that good. It's probably worse than the Tampa offense, and they, picked off Tom Brady 4 times and whatnot. So, or 5 turnovers, I think Brady had, or something like that. So, yeah. Giants head to Minnesota. I'm going to pick Minnesota. Giants just aren't looking that good. And it's Minnesota, so. Buffalo heads to Chicago. Buffalo should win. Chicago's going to put up a fight. They are going to put up a fight, but Buffalo should win this one. It might be just like the Eagles game last week where it's 25-20 or something like that, where Buffalo only wins by a small margin of points. So then Washington heads to San Francisco to play San Francisco. This is a game the Packers are going to be watching, Packer fans and the Packers are going to be watching because we need Washington to lose 2 of 3 games. San Francisco is a really tough opponent. One of the I will say the best defense. I was going to say one of the best defenses. I will say the best defense in the league right now heading into the playoffs. And I think their defense is going to, shut down this offense. Maybe they, put up a little bit of a fight. The Commanders put up a little bit of fight. But I think that defense will carry San Francisco to a win, especially at home, too. So, and again, Packers fans are going to, you're rooting for San Francisco yet again. We're rooting for the Niners. How crazy is that? Then, again, I believe this is a night game for Christmas Eve. Philly heads to Dallas. No Jalen Hurts, so it's Gardner Minshew starting. I'm going to pick Dallas to win with no Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts was playing, I was going to pick the Eagles. But because he's not, Gardner Minshew doesn't give you that attribute where you have a running QB. Or the ability where you have a running QB in the backfield. So he's more of a pocket passer. So, I think it's going to, you're going to really see what the Eagles are like with a pocket passer rather than Jalen Hurts who can run. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Dallas at home. To bounce back, too, after that, embarrassing, letting up. Was it 17 points or whatever they let up against the Jacksonville Jaguars? So, then we move on to Sunday. Again, I can't remember if this is Sunday night or Saturday, or Sunday morning or Saturday. I don't remember exactly. I can pull it up right here. But the Raiders face the Steelers this week. And I'm going to go with the Raiders just because it just feels like... Okay, so this is a night game. This is the night game. Okay. All right. So, Dolphins-Packers kicks off Sunday. Okay, all right. I couldn't remember what it was. So, night game. Raiders, I think, will win this game. Steelers just do not look that good. They just don't look that good. And, again, they won last week. I forget who. It was Carolina last week. But I think the Raiders are high enough powered or good enough to, really sit down Pittsburgh and kind of end Mike Tomlin's streak of 500. So, well, maybe not officially, but I think there's probability that he might not get it this year. So we'll see. Then again, as I just stated, first game on Christmas Day, Green Bay heads to Miami. And again, this pains me. The biased part of my brain says, you're stupid. Why are you doing this? I'm thinking logically, okay? I'm putting aside my bias. I'm putting aside the Packer fan in me who really wants to come out right now and just say how much, the Packers can run the table and do all this crap and blah, blah, blah. I'm putting that aside, stuffing them back in my heart. Miami's going to win this, logically. They're just a very good team. I don't trust the Packers to go on the road in the, it might not be super hot, but, we don't do good in Florida. We just, it's... I don't know how to feel about this team, and I'm scared that I'm going to get all this hope, and then... really, I was afraid the Rams were going to come back. I was going to get hope, and the Rams were going to come back. But I don't know how to feel about the Green Bay Packers right now, heading against Miami, who is, again... They're still trying to lock up a playoff spot. They can't lock up the division anymore because, the Buffalo Bills just beat them. But that was on the road. They had to go on the road and beat them. So I think Miami's too much in a spot where they have to fight in a competitive AFC, and it just feels like this is the type of game where the Packers need a win, and I don't know if they're going to get it. I don't know. This isn't the Rams. This isn't a bad team. The Miami Dolphins are a good team. Probably should still make the playoffs. Even if they lose this game, I think they still have a chance, good chance to make the playoffs. So we'll see. But, got to be logical. Got to be unbiased here. I'm nervous for the Packers. I really am. So I've been nervous for this game since the start of the year. Since Tua really started looking good early on in the year, and then again he got injured and whatnot, and all this other crap happened with him. But he's come back, he's looked good. So we'll see. Then we have a snooze fest. This is the time where if you get up early, if maybe you're an older person, you have kids or whatever, or if you're a kid and you're just burnt out from getting up at 6, 7, 8 a.m. whatever time you guys get up for your presents. This is the time where you want to nap, take an afternoon nap, because it's Denver and the Rams. I'm going to pick the Rams. I'm going to trust Baker Mayfield. This is a bad game. This is a real bad game. So, if you don't want to watch this, I don't blame you. Go ahead and take a nap. Go ahead and rejuvenate. You can even skip Tampa and Arizona, too. Like, Green Bay, Miami will hopefully be competitive, but Denver and the Rams is going to be only competitive because it'll probably be a low-scoring game. It's not going to be very fun to watch because it'll be a lot of defense. And, the offenses just probably are going to suck. So, that's not going to be a good game. And then, Tampa, Arizona. Arizona's on their, backup. So, Tom Brady might throw for, 4 touchdowns or something. He might. But, these two games here just aren't going to be as fun. So, I'm going to go with the Rams, and I'm going to go with the Bucks. So, these two games, again, it's just bad games. Very, very just mid games. Again, at the beginning of the season, I understand why they did this at the beginning of the season. Russell Wilson was supposed to be this guy who just was so good. And, you had Matthew Stafford. You had the defending Super Bowl champs on, Christmas Day against, supposedly Russell Wilson and, a very good Broncos team and whatnot. And it's just, it hasn't turned out that way. And then again, Arizona, Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins and whatnot, all this other crap. It's supposed to be a very good team again at home against Tampa Bay, who, a lot of people thought, Tampa Bay might be good. And they're not good, and they're only going to get in the playoffs because their division sucks. So, yeah, just, what a bad slate of games it turned out to be for Christmas Day. I was really hoping the Packers defense would be very good too. So that sucks. It absolutely sucks. So, then we move on to Monday night. Chargers, Indy. This is going to be a terrible game. I got the Chargers. And yeah, I'm going to just wrap it up there. I don't have anything else to say about that game because Indy is ass. Jeff Saturday should be fired, but they're going to wait till the end of the season because, again, there's only 3 weeks left. So for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.